All right, good morning. We'll go ahead and kick off the Friday, July 28th, 2023 regular City of Knoxville public officer hearing. We're a few minutes behind. It's 9:34. My name is David Brace, and I'm the public officer designated by the mayor, as described in the city code, charged with addressing properties that are out of compliance with the codes. So the adopted codes include, but are not limited to, the following. All of these are the 2018 edition. The International Fire Code, International Building Code, these are all international. Residential Code, Plumbing Code, Mechanical Code, Fuel Code, and Gas Code, Existing Building Code, Energy Conservation, Swimming Pool and Spa Code, Property Maintenance Code, as well as the 2017 edition of the National Electrical Code, in addition to other local ordinances adopted around the health and safety of the public as it relates to buildings and property. So the public officers authorized to hold hearings, administer oaths and affirmations, examine witnesses, and receive evidence and issue orders in determining the condition of buildings that are dangerous, unfit, and injurious to the health and safety of the occupants or the public. So this is an administrative hearing. The procedure today is as follows. Each case will start with a report, typically from the city, from Mr. Scott Elder, who's the Neighborhood Codes Enforcement Manager. Mr. Elder is employed by a municipality, the City of Knoxville, and is certified as a property maintenance and housing inspector. Following the city's report and testimony, owners, their legal counsel, members of the public are given an opportunity to provide testimony. We are going to modify today's agenda, it's a short agenda, to hear properties of folks that are here today. And so those are properties that are on the agenda where someone has shown up, and we will get that heard as quickly as possible. I do need to read a notice of demolition to everyone participating or watching online. So as per legal counsel, all orders issued by the public officer are in effect, and that just obtaining permits and starting rehab does not invalidate the city's power to take corrective action up to demolition, regardless of the amount of work performed. So getting a permit does not stop orders that are in place. All orders are still in effect if the rehab work has not been completed and the structure has not had all final inspections approved within the time provided by the order, or by an extension if one has been granted. So just remember, just getting a permit and starting does not invalidate. It needs to be completed with all final inspections completed. All right, any questions? All right, if not, I need to swear in anyone that will be testifying today. So if you can raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Thank you very much. Ms. Burke, who makes sure this happens and keeps me in line, will flag individuals that come in and need to be sworn in. All right, anything else? Any questions? All right, what is our first property, Ms. Burke?
314 West Church Avenue.
All right.
It's a boarding approval. It was found vacant and unsecured on May 24th, 23, and subsequently boarded on 6/8.
All righty.
Just requesting approval of the charges.
Got it. So this is a building that had to be boarded by the city, and we're here to hear that boarding. I know the owners or their representatives are here. If you want to come forward, you have anything to put into the record, and just state your name and your address, and just I know you're the owner or representing the owner.
Okay, it's Kelly Conley, and the address is 310 West Church Street.
Okay.
I just wanted to make you aware that we had received a letter,
Okay.
and it went to 866 Hansmore Place. Hey, Juliana. And on June 1st, I met with H.D. Patel and our attorneys. He is the person leasing the Pryor Brown Garage with the Font Group.
Okay.
We have had a demo permit in place. HD has had it under lease since October. We've been trying to put everything together, and I was told by him that he had taken care of it and boarded it up. It's my understanding as of right now that the city had done that.
Okay.
I have video from Juliana yesterday where they went by and checked it, but in the past, I've spoken to Peter Aarons, and we boarded up, and 3 days later, they've cut the lock off, they've knocked the boards down, everything else to get in it. So, quite frankly, I'm surprised it's been there for a month like that.
Okay.
If you did it on the 28th. But we, according to Juliana Terra with Urbana Group, it will take her 4 weeks from yesterday, I believe, to set everything in motion and get it lined up for the demolition.
Okay, so demolition is impending. The building was boarded. You're not necessarily disputing that it was boarded. And did you have anything else? Did you need to say anything? I know you just walked in. Okay, will you pop up real quick? Just state your name. Actually, I need to swear you in real quick too.
And since the city was at cost for that, just please bill us for that, and we'll pass that along to Ifont Group.
Okay.
All right.
Will you raise your right hand for me? No, you raise your right hand. Your other right. Trust me, you're not the first person to do it. I do it myself. Do you swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? I do. If you'll come up, state your name and your relationship to the property, and then anything you want to add. This is about the boarding and securing and the fees associated with that.
Okay. Juliana Teira. I'm owner of Urbano Group, who's being contracted to do the demolition.
Okay.
In the meantime,
And tell me the address, your address for the business or home.
351 Ogden Street.
Okay, 351 Ogden. And you are representing the company that will be starting the demolition.
Correct.
Got it.
As well as making sure, like Kelly said, we're not going to be able to start right now, like the next day. But we will make sure in the meantime that the building is secured. And we have several other projects in downtown, so we'll be doing our route and making sure that the boards are intact and nobody's going in.
Okay. Thank you very much. So do you have an estimated start date on the demo? You've already pulled a permit, right? You have the permit.
We have the permit, and HD had several personal things that he had to go to India. Now he's back, and he gave us the go-ahead to schedule again. So usually takes about 4 weeks to be able to schedule because it's a lot of other company subcontractors involved.
To mobilize, do the abatement.
Correct. Correct. So we don't have an official start date yet because we are working on this mobilization right now. But I think it'll be around 4 weeks from now.
Okay. So towards the end of August, you'll mobilize and start the process.
Correct.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah, and we'll try to prioritize the fence as well around the building. This way, we take care of the security.
Yeah, and just obviously any sidewalk closures, you know how to do that, sidewalk, road closures, that type of stuff, work with city engineering. Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Is there anyone here to speak in addition to the folks that have already spoken on 314-322 West Church? Seeing there's no one present, I do find that and approve the boarding action taken by the City Public Service Department and affirm the charges related to the corrective action for the structure at 314 aka 322 West Church Avenue as boarded on 6/8/2023 due to the building being an attractive nuisance and dangerous in interest to the health and safety of the community and being open and accessible to children and members of the general public. And we will get the bill sent out for that, and you can pass that along. Thank you very much. Thanks for being here. You were in the room about 30 seconds, so we got a quick turnaround, so I'm glad HD's back in town. Thank you very much. What's our next property?
We're at the top of the agenda, 3910 Carnation Drive.
Carnation Drive, including the accessory structure. All right.
Yeah, you can see the pictures here. It's originally inspected on December 5th, 2022. It was found vacant and dilapidated. It's boarded by the city due to break-ins. You can see it's been engulfed by weeds. It's almost impossible to walk around. The decks and porches are in disrepair, and we're requesting a 60-day repair-only order on this one.
Repair only. All right. Is anyone here to speak on 3910 Carnation? Seeing there's no one present, I do find that the property at 3910 Carnation Drive, both the primary and the accessory structure, are out of compliance with the codes of the city of Knoxville. I also find that, I went into the order first, didn't I? Excuse me, let me do finding of fact. I do find that the structure at 3910 Carnation Drive, including the accessory structure, are out of compliance with the codes of the city of Knoxville, an attractive nuisance, and are dangerous in interest of the health and safety of the occupants or the public. And I further order the owner to repair the structure at 3910 Carnation Drive, both the primary structure and accessory structure, within 60 days. If the owner fails to take corrective action, the structure may be placarded as unfit for human habitation and vacated and closed. Chapman Highway.
Originally inspected on November 12, 2009, so it's been on our radar for a while. As you can see, it's in complete structural failure. There's no roof on the building.
Where is that?
It's out by, close to Ye Old Steakhouse. It's
Oh, way out there.
Kind of
Okay.
out there,
All right.
yeah. Yeah, there's no utilities.
Okay.
Roof's gone. Requesting a 60-day repair demo
Okay.
order on this one.
And there's no one here to speak on this. Is that correct?
Correct.
All right. So I do find that the structure at 7108 Chapman Highway, both the primary and accessory structures of this commercial building, are out of compliance with the codes of the city of Knoxville, an attractive nuisance, and are dangerous and injurious to the health and safety occupants of the public. Further order the owner to repair or demolish both the primary and accessory structures at 7108 Chapman Highway, both the primary and accessory structures within 60 days. If the owner fails to take corrective action, the structures may be placarded as unfit for human habitation and vacated and closed. City may cause immediate repair or demolition of the buildings with the cost of such corrective action being a lien and collected as provided in city code. Dance Avenue.
Yeah, this one's back again. We had a repair order in December of last year on it. We've had no response to that, so it's severely deteriorated. It's been occupied by trespassers several times. The neighborhood's been calling us consistently about it. There's failures on all sides. No siding, yard's terrible, roof's caving in. We're going to recommend an immediate demo repair order on this one.
It's vacant now, other than vagrants.
Yeah, vagrants are in there. Yeah, this gentleman passed away, and it's
Okay.
just kind of left.
All right. Is there anyone here to speak on dance? Seeing there's no one present, I do find that the structure, both primary and accessories, in addition to the lot, are all out of compliance with the codes of the city of Knoxville, an attractive nuisance, are dangerous and injurious to the health and safety of the occupants of the public. Further order the owner to repair or demolish and to clean up the lot for all structures at 3621 Dance Avenue within 60 days. If the owner fails to take corrective action, the structures in the lot may be placarded as unfit for human habitation and vacated and closed. The city may cause immediate repair or demolition of the buildings and a cleanup of the lot with the cost of such corrective action being a lien and collected as provided in city code. Boardings.
Yeah, Asheville Highway, another boarding for this property. It's found vacant and unsecured on June 21st, 23, boarded on July 7th, 2023. Just requesting approval of the boarding charges.
What is that?
It's an accessory structure. It's a shed.
Looks like a chicken coop.
Yeah, it's that old car lot. If you,
Okay.
out on, yeah, you know.
Okay,
where it's at.
we've been out there, yeah. No one is here to speak on this. I do approve the boarding action taken by the City Public Service Department and affirm the charges related to the corrective action for the structure at 4301 Asheville Highway as boarded on 7/7/2023 due to the building being a continued attractive nuisance and dangerous and injurious to the health and safety of the community, being open, accessible to children and members of the general public. North Central.
Yeah, found vacant and unsecured on April 26th and boarded on May 10th of this year. Just requesting approval for the boarding charges.
All right. Is it anyone here? Seeing there's no one here, I do approve the boarding action taken by the City Public Service Department and affirm the charges related to the corrective action for the structure at 2401 North Central Street as boarded on 5/10/2023 due to the building being an attractive nuisance and dangerous and injurious to the health and safety of the community, being open, accessible to children and members of the general public. Hoyt.
Yeah, this was found vacant and unsecured. It looked like there was a fire damage here on May 3rd. It was boarded on May 17th of this year.
All right.
Requesting approval of the charges.
I do approve the boarding action taken by the City Public Service Department and affirm the charges related to the corrective action for the structure at 2415 Hoyt Avenue as boarded on 5/17/2023 due to the building being an attractive nuisance and dangerous and injurious to the health and safety of the community, being open, accessible to children and members of the general public. And Richmond.
Yep, this one was found vacant and unsecured on June 6th of this year, boarded on June 22nd of this year. Requesting approval of the boarding charges.
Right. Seeing there's no one present, I do approve the boarding action taken by the City Public Service Department and affirm the charges related to the corrective action for the structure at 211 Richmond Avenue as boarded on 6/22/2023 due to the building being an attractive nuisance and dangerous and injurious to the health and safety of the community, being open, accessible to children and members of the general public. Is that it?
That's it.
I was trying to beat Jim Johnson before he got in here, but all right. We are adjourned.